What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on the Harley 48. This time I'm pretty excited because we actually have some parts finally rolling through. I'm purchasing parts from Limitless Customs and Sportster Garage, doing a little combination of both. I've been waiting on some parts from Sportster Garage for about a month and a half now, so once those come in, it's really going to finalize this project. But first, let me show you what I got. We picked up the shorty fender for the Harley 48, and I ordered it without paint, pretty much not ready to go, mainly because the wait time was going to be like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. And maybe I'm just being a little impatient, but I figured this could be a learning opportunity for me to do a little bit of paint, you know, sand it down, prime it, paint it, and clear coat it. First things first though, we have to align it, and it doesn't come pre-drilled. That I didn't know. I thought it would come up pretty much all ready and set to put on besides the paint. So we do have to figure that out, make a hole, and get that ready for that. We also picked up a shin spoiler for the front of the bike. So that's gonna be super sick, give it a little bit more of a modern look. So this does come black and sprayed, no biggie, right? But yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on today. We need to move the Ducati, bring the Harley, bring it over here, and pretty much kind of start taking things apart. Gonna level it up and get rid of this old piece of junk. So yeah, let's get started. So first things first, what we need to do is remove the seat and then loosen up the suspension so we can get underneath. First thing we're gonna do is loosen up the bolt to the suspension that attaches to the frame on both sides. All right, here's the left side. So now the suspension is completely loose. Now what we can do is lift it up a little bit and get it up a little bit higher in the air so we can get underneath and take this off as needed. So we're gonna go ahead and start with using a 3x16 to remove this bolt and the one in the back. What I'm gonna do later is I'm gonna cut the subframe anyways, so we're not gonna use any of that. So in order to release this fender, we need to go ahead and remove those. So to remove your nice little ugly lights back here, we're going to use a 13mm socket. Just like so, she starts coming apart. So we're gonna leave this hanging just for now. If you can tell on top right over here, this is the left brake light, and I can't get it through this little section up top, through the subframe, so I'm gonna wait until I just remove the whole fender itself to get that out. So what we just did on this side, we're gonna do completely the exact same thing on the other side. On the other side of this bolt, there is a nut. Use a Torx spec and loosen this up. Make sure to disconnect your lights. This is your right side, this is your left side. Once you do that, you can feed it through, back through, push it towards the fender, and we should be able to pull it out now. Bingo. Here is the ugly, massive fender.
All right.
Alright guys, so this is what we got going on. I went ahead and cleaned everything in the inside just to kind of get it looking a little bit better. I went ahead and taped up where I feel like I want to chop it off. I'm trying not to get too close to the bolt there. I don't want to like somehow, you know, chop this part off. So I hope that's not too close. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Basically, when I chop this up there, what I've also already done is I grabbed our Shorty Fender here and I marked exactly where I want to drill and where I want this to come out. So basically, Shorty Fender is going to look just like that. Alright, so we now have both rear subframes chopped and off the bike for good. Now all we gotta do really is basically just essentially sand that down, grind it down, make it nice and smooth. And after we do that, we're gonna put a little bit of tape and just spray paint that black to match. But other than that, I think it looks really, really clean. The bike already, I mean, I haven't even taken off the wheel, but it just already looks so much cleaner. So I do have to blow all this out, take this out, blow it out. There's metal shavings all over the place. Probably should have been wearing a mask. But yeah, I wasn't, so should be fine. I kind of was holding my breath the whole time too because I've never really used one of these before, so I was hoping that I had it nice and tight so it wouldn't come off and snap my face off basically. So anyways, let's get to it. So we're all cleaned up. Just need to mask it off whenever we're ready for paint. We do have our fender here that we just need to drill our hole. All right, so we drilled our hole. However, I don't think that's going to be big enough. So we're going to slowly go up, keep going up in size until we get it to fit. So this is what I've done so far. This is look number one. Essentially which was look number two. When I first initially did this, I feel like I made the fender a little bit too short. So this is what I've done to help with that. So let's say I want to change it up, right? So what I have done is I created essentially two holes, one over here and one over here. So since this one is closer to the fender and this one's a little bit further, if I want to change up the look, all I have to do is turn it around and tighten it up. Just like that. And now I have an even shorter fender look without exposing more holes on the fender or anything like that. If I want to change it up, I can. If you want to be extremely picky, you could say, oh no, there's a hole right there. But to be honest, I'm going to spray this black to match, so you probably won't really be able to tell. Really, really like this idea that I've done, and I'm thinking about even making one just a little bit closer. That way, essentially, if I do want to go not as far, but maybe a little bit more, like up to here or something, I can, where I have the super shorty fender look. We have officially taped up the bike. We gave it our first spray coat there of black. We fully primered our shorty rear fender there, so nice and great primer. We are clear coating the shorty fender. We did clear coat in paint, of course, the ends here that we cut. I think it looks really phenomenal, it looks great. We put this suspension back on, tighten it back up, and yeah, it's looking real nice. Super excited for this, guys. Now we do also have picked up a chin spoiler, so I'm gonna be installing that. Seems pretty simple. Add a little bit of blue Loctite to this. Now the screws that they gave me, for some reason, just do not screw on. That's okay. We're gonna use the screws that were already on here. Nice and snug. Now you do hook this over the top. Then you align from the bottom, which would be easier if I can lift this up. It is now the next day. I painted the shorty fender and let it sit for almost 24 hours. Let me show you guys what it looks like. Also, say hi to Ghosty. Basically my nephew. Oh, he's a good boy. Beautiful. Beautiful. He's an Alaskan Malamute, by the way. He is not a husky. Now, I am no perfect painter, of course, but I did as best as I could. And I think it came out, honestly, just as good as anything else. The inside, of course, is going to get rock chips and stuff, and didn't come out as good as the outside, but realistically, the outside is what I want to actually look nice. So I think that was a win. Huge win. And just go ahead and look at what this looks like, guys. It looks so clean. I'm so excited to see this bike like this. I imagined this. When I bought this bike, this is what I imagined it to look like, and we are not done with it. For the moment, guys, this is how she's gonna sit. We do have the stock seat here as well, and I don't think I'm gonna be riding it like this, but for those that may be interested, this is what it looks like with the stock seat on there. And to be honest, you can't even see the shorty fender at all. It's just too thick for it. We've got the Alcantara seat that I purchased for the bike through Sportster Garage. It's going to be just the perfect addition to cleaning this bike up. But it does look great with just the big fat seat, stock seat. If you did want to rock this, I think it looks just as clean. Thanks again for joining on the Sportster series builds here that I will be doing. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. I hope maybe you were inspired to do something to your Harley 48. I know that watching other YouTube videos, it definitely did for me. So like the video if you did, subscribe for more content, comment your thoughts on how the bike looks so far, maybe what I should add to it next. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. So good.